Hello, 8th graders. This is Mr. Trevino. As you probably already guessed, I apologize from the get-go for my voice. I am losing it at this moment, so hopefully I can get through the entire video actually. So let me be quick and hopefully brief. Why are we doing this video? Well, every single high school student, including yourselves, because you're almost a high school student, are doing this next step in the course selection process this week, and it's impossible for me to be everywhere at once. So hopefully this video will be enough to kind of walk you through this next step. Before I kind of define what this next step is, I just want to once again congratulate you guys for just being a couple months away for being a high school student. I hope you guys are excited. There's a lot of really good stuff that it starts to happen in 9th grade, and we're really excited as college counselors to start working with you because you will be assigned a college counselor next year that is going to be yours for the next 4 years. So we're really excited. I also just want to quickly reiterate the importance of this course selection process. It's really important that you guys are, taking this process seriously, and that you guys are really thinking about what's best for you, and not only in terms of what you like and what you want to take, but also for your future in terms of how you want to set yourself up in terms of how you look to colleges when you apply later on your senior year. So this document, what is it? Well, really, to put it simple, it's a document that outlines the classes that you selected in the survey that you took a couple weeks ago, and that's in this column. And then the teachers, your current and future teachers in particular, put together recommendations for certain classes and send them to me, and that's what is in this column. So what does that mean? Currently, to put it again in simple terms, this column are the classes, or has the classes that you are currently scheduled for. But you now have the opportunity to actually change it, okay, if you would like to. So here's what you would need to do. There are a couple classes that there are no changes to. English being one of them, Algebra 1 being another, and Biology being another. So those three classes, everybody's taking, no questions asked. The first variable is AP Human Geography or World Geography, okay? Now, some of you guys selected AP Human Geography, and if you were recommended for it, you'll see it here. Great. If you selected it, but you weren't recommended for it, but you really want to be in it, then you will have the opportunity to advocate for yourself to Mr. Bignon, who is the future teacher of AP Human Geography. You will need to go talk to him, tell him why you believe you should be in that class, and if he agrees, then he'll need to sign it here, and you'll need to put the new class name on here. And the same goes for AP Spanish. If you want to be in AP Spanish but you were not recommended for it, you would need to talk to Ms. Almanza. Okay. If you're like, wait, how do I know who, where, what? Well, on the back of your sheet, there's this table that tells you exactly where Mr. Bignarin is and where Ms. Almanza is. And those are the two main teachers that you'll need to go talk to for AP classes. Let's say another scenario. You selected World Geography, but you were nominated to be an AP Human Geography. You still need to go get a signature and approval to drop the AP class from Mr. Bignon. So those are the two scenarios in regards to AP classes that you would need to get a signature for from Mr. Bignon in that case, or Ms. Almanza in the case for Spanish. There are also two electives that you would need to get signatures for in order to drop or add that class. And those two classes are Dance 2 and above, or Band 2 and above. Now, Ms. Davis, in the case of dance, and Mr. Smith, in the case of band, provided recommendations for me to place certain students into that class. So I went ahead and placed you already. So in this case, the student wanted art, but I placed the student in dance 2. That means in order to be removed from dance 2, you would need to go to Ms. Davis and get her signature in order to be removed. And so in that process, she will ask you, why do you want to drop dance 2? And you will need to have a reason on why you want to drop dance 2. And the same goes for band. Obviously, this student looks like he would want to stay in band, but if you wanted to drop it, you would need to go to Mr. Smith. Or if you wanted to add it, you would need to also go to Mr. Smith. Apart from those two electives, and obviously Spanish, you do not need approval from any other elective to drop the course. Okay, so again, here are the lists of other electives that you would need to again talk to a teacher about. Okay, so to recap, this column right here is your current schedule. If you want to make changes, then you need to write them here. And for certain classes, especially AP classes and some electives, you need to get a signature in order for that change to be approved. Some of you will also see notes here in this section, so please read those notes and follow those instructions if I gave you any. And what are your next steps? So your next steps are, if you have no changes you want to make to this column, in other words, you don't want to make any change to your future schedule, then you just submit it to Miss Watson or Miss Athup right after this presentation or at the end of this class period. If you do want to make a change, then you need to write in the change, and if it doesn't require a signature, then turn in the page to Miss Athup or Miss Watson. If there is a signature that you require, then you need to take it with you and get that signature and talk to that teacher, obviously. This form is due no later than the end of 9th period on Friday, 4/21, and no late forms will be accepted. If you do not turn this form back in, then I will assume that you are okay with all of your recommendations, okay? One last thing that I meant to mention about Spanish. The Spanish graduation requirement changed starting next year. So currently you need to take 3 years of Spanish. Next year you will only need to take 2 years of Spanish in order to graduate. So what does that mean in regards to your Spanish classes? I still recommend that you get at least 3 years of Spanish, and so for many of you, I left Spanish 3 on your schedule, even though it may not be a requirement anymore. Why? Because colleges will look at that favorably. Colleges will look to see that you went beyond your requirement of 2 years, and so it looks favorably for you when you apply to college. I did remove it from some of you though. If you were failing Spanish 2, or if you just have not been very successful in that class, and I felt like maybe you would not be successful in Spanish 3, I went ahead and did not add it. But obviously you're welcome to add it yourself if you'd like. Some of you did select team sports, and I don't believe any of you were nominated to be in team sports, but if you were, you would see it under the recommendation column. I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, please reach out to any one of the college counselors. Ms. Athup and Ms. Watson may be able to answer some questions, but if not, since obviously they're just doing this the awesome favor of presenting this out to you guys, again, please reach out to any of the college counselors. I wish you the best of luck for the rest of this school year and in this process, and I look forward to working with you in the near future. Have a great day. Bye-bye.